Welcome to Awakening You channel. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. I'm Sananda. It is with a happy heart that I begin this new year. We accept all the definitions that were made by you, in terms of dates. For us there is no past, present and future, there is now. But we need to understand that you were used to having this type of turn for a new restart. Many make many promises, new decisions, and throughout the year, very little is actually accomplished based on what was defined. So this year, as Michael said, I will lead you on a spiritual path, along a path of spiritual elevation, elevation of consciousness, so that you can effectively free yourself from all these bonds, which are still around you. The dark ties no longer exist. What still exists, in each of you, are your own beliefs, your own fears that still prevent you from walking, from evolving. No one is ready yet. I can tell you are well along, but not ready. There are still feelings that deserve to be treated, that deserve to be observed, and programmed to be released, eliminated, definitively. I'm not going to stipulate deadlines here. I'm not going to stipulate definitions for each day. The idea is to follow the flow that presents itself each day. New events, new victories are happening. So the goal here is to get each of you to deal with all the feelings, those who still insist on appearing in their minds, on attracting situations along the way. As I said, I'm not going to define anything, I'm not going to set goals or rules. The idea here is to follow the flow of each day, each day's events. If you plan too far ahead, you run the risk of not completing it, because everything depends on the conscience of humanity. People are waking up, yes they are. People are experiencing psychological and physical chaos, a terrible journey, but that is causing each of them to stop and reflect. Those who observe, stop, and reflect, will have a great chance to begin their own evolution, to begin the Great Awakening. Those who close themselves off, who suffer, who revolt, are following the opposite path, are going further and further away from the light. It has already been said here that no being on this planet will be abandoned, and this is the purest truth. But you need to understand, that the closer you are to that road to ascension, your lives begin to change for the better, and in this way, you will walk lighter and lighter, more and more centered, more and more ready for what is to come. Now if you go the opposite way, what happens? You suffer more and everything starts to happen, so that you get back on the right path. But this is your understanding, it is your free will. If you are a being of light, obviously you will not be forgotten on the planet, but your passage to the fifth dimension will be painful physically, emotionally, and spiritually. It won't be an easy passage. We can say that anyone who has ever set foot on the road, that road is an enchanted road, that whoever has already set foot there is already accepted into the fifth dimension. But the road has several levels of difficulty, where those who are first arriving now will have to work hard to be able to effectively say that they are fifth dimensional beings. It's as if. I'll give you an example here, everyone ascended. Those who are ready, who already experience feelings from the fifth dimension, will now be free to effectively live in the fifth dimension. Those who do not will have to go through intense and severe learning processes so that they can remain in the fifth dimension. So understand, that we cannot simply take everyone who is here and place them in the fifth dimension, because they would be purged at the same moment. So realize that the great separator of the wheat from the chaff is light. So all those who have a heart of light will be taken to the fifth dimension, but not in the same way as those who have already learned a lot. No one will die. I'm not saying here that they will die to be born again, they will go through it physically just like you, but it will be a very, very painful process. Then they will have special treatments. It's as if they got sick and needed to spend a long time in hospital to get better, that's more or less that. They will not be able to enter the fifth dimension as they are. So I can tell you that it is as if you all had to go through a great school, in which those who studied hard, learned a lot, will take the test quickly and will be able to gain access to the fifth dimension, live in the fifth dimension, enjoy everything the fifth dimension has. Yes, you will already be there. Everyone will be there, everyone who has a heart of light. But they will not be free to live, they will be separated from others. No, no one will be imprisoned, this would not be from the light. It is as if several colonies were created, so that all these people can be treated. Understand that there is not much time, because if we were to stay here waiting for everyone who awakens to have their hearts elevated to the fifth dimension, this would not happen even in 1,000 years, not in the environment where you live. So everyone needs to be taken out of this dense energy, this environment of duality, this environment that was created for you. And already in the fifth dimension, then yes, they will be taught how to live and stay there. Miguel has already commented on this, getting there is one thing, staying there is another, and it's true. Many of you are excited, confident that this is the world you expect, but once you get there, you will realize a lot and it will not be easy. Discovering that small pleasures that you today take for granted, you won't even have those little ones. So realize that change will be difficult. Giving up everything you experience here and that gives you pleasure will not be an easy process. You have a sweet idea of what it will be like, but you don't really know what it will be like. So, all of you will have to be very well prepared, so that you can effectively say to yourself, I am from the fifth dimension. Understand, this process has never been done. Whenever a planet ascended, everyone died to be born as evolved souls on the same planet. This will not be the case, you will continue in the physical body, with the same mind. It is not the passage to the fifth dimension that will change their minds. Those who have been here for a long time are minds that are extremely accustomed to everything they have experienced for millennia and millennia. And they will simply have to learn to live again. You will be like children in daycare, where you will learn what can and cannot be done. Because if you enter the fifth dimension, with all the power that the dimension itself gives, you will destroy the planet again. Because everything you think is too fast, and there are millions thinking the same thing, it won't work. So why am I saying all this? I am not creating fear, nor alarming, I'm being truthful. Don't wait here, that you will move there and adapt easily, because it won't be like that. So the proposal I have is that we all walk together. I will be your guide, I will be your teacher to teach you the subject. So that when you rise to the fifth dimension, you have already learned, and have somehow lost some vices. This is my proposal. Let's imagine that you are already there and that you are learning, little by little, to live in this new dimension. So what do I want? Let each one of you reflect. Do you want to actually pass lightly, and effectively live in the fifth dimension, with everything it gives you? Or do you want to continue living the way you've always lived, and go through a very painful transformation? Which is what the vast majority will go through. There is no time for everyone to awaken and be ready for the fifth dimension. But you are further along that road. I am offering you the opportunity to move forward, even further along that road. So this is actually a big invitation. I don't force anyone to do anything. Whoever doesn't want to, that's okay. Nothing will happen to anyone who doesn't resonate with what I'm saying. It's just my way of teaching, of showing you that it's possible, with a little training. I'm wanting to help you, before you get there, so that effectively when you get there, you live in the fifth dimension. Do not go through training, teaching, and improvement zones. Whoever accepts my invitation will be very welcome and I will be with each one of you, teaching, giving strength, so that you effectively become fifth-dimensional beings. And remember, as you evolve, as you grow, you are no longer here. You are being released, little by little, and ascend. You will not stay here waiting for the last one to be taken from the planet. So, in general terms, understand that whoever has a heart of light will ascend. Each one in their own way, each one with their share of stubbornness and suffering, precisely because I accepted nothing, but was a soul of light. No one will be forgotten. Many are leaving already, and they are not leaving the planet. They are already being taken for training, already in the fifth dimension. So that when they return as evolved souls. Teaching a soul is much easier than teaching a mind with consciousness. So don't feel sorry for those who are leaving, you will all be reunited. It was just that soul's choice to leave, like many others are also leaving, away from the planet. The chaff is already being separated from the wheat, and many are already leaving. So I leave here my invitation, whoever wants to participate, whoever wants to go deeper and effectively become a fifth dimensional being, accept the journey with me. It will be a tough journey, but rest assured that the reward, up front, will be immense. Because you will be much further ahead than the large platoon that will arrive in a while, desperate for not knowing how to do anything. If you don't accept my invitation, there's no problem. It's a choice, you will be sowing this, so you will reap more later on. Now whoever accepts it, I guarantee, will not regret it. No matter how difficult, no matter how hard, no matter how complicated it is, you won't regret it. As Miguel said, this is my mission. I tried to do this 2000 and a few years ago, I was not well understood. So today, I am repeating that same mission, and I sincerely believe that today, you are ready to follow this journey with me. Nothing is mandatory. He will follow whoever he wants, he will do I want. It will just be a challenge every moment, and I will really enjoy helping each of you overcome it.